Hi Aries, and welcome to your June 2023 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky coming on to talk to you about your month ahead. As usual, I will be doing some intuitive messages for Aries Sun, Moon, Rising, and Stellium, as well as a week-to-week tarot forecast and an extended reading linked below on Patreon. So yes, let's dive into this reading. I hope that you all are excited for a really transformative month of June. I have a nice cup of lemon ginger tea myself. Hopefully you guys have something to enjoy as well as we go through this reading. Okay, so for Aries in June, this is a really powerful, positive month for you guys. First of all, Gemini season in the year of the rabbit for an Aries person is like go, go, go. The growth of your own inner flame, the growth of your own inner spark, the expansion process, the light, daytime, growing, healing energy will be abundant for you guys in June. So you have quite a mixed spread here as it relates to tarot. I love seeing the World, the Star, and the Sun, as well as the Ace of Swords. However, the Nine of Wands, Seven of Swords, Five of Pentacles, and the Death card can be harder. So you have about an even 50-50 split of positive and negative, which is actually quite balanced, all right? So I think that the main message for you guys is balance this month and starting to re-regulate your entire life, basically. There are going to be a lot of things for every zodiac sign this month that are cut off, scrapped, or discontinued. And then there are also going to be new things that come in and new space and new vibrance that we start to grow in a more sustainable way with. So the Star and the Sun have been coming up for a lot of signs as well this month, so it seems that people are really taking time to focus on their health and well-being and really starting to prioritize that over certain like monetary considerations and also over certain short-term or myopic considerations. Longevity, alkalinity. Both of these things are powerful in your reading this month. And what can you do to make your diet more alkaline, to inject more longevity into your lifestyle? These are going to be things to pursue this month. And also, I feel that some of you are working too hard. That's, in fact, one of the main intuitive messages I was getting as I was meditating for you all, was that many Aries people, not all, most Aries people are going above and beyond, and you might kind of like be having some burnout energy. And of course, that's supported by the Nine of Wands and even the Seven of Swords, Five of Pentacles archetype. The Death card, yes, indicates that you may relieve yourself of certain responsibilities, certain commitments that are overbearing. Anything that's overbearing, anything that's overdone is begging for relief in the month of June. Also, whenever the World card and the Death card come up together in the same reading, that is like a double dose of completion or ending energy. I didn't expect it as I was, for example, doing the 2023 year ahead videos, but June 2023 has really piqued my own intuitive understanding of endings, changes, and conclusions. Almost more than any other timeline that I've read for as a reader. You know, we had a lot of this in like summer of 2019, even like November 2018. There were very large, high-reaching, far-reaching endings and conclusions. But it's been a really long time since that expressed itself so strongly. And I've got to say this June 2023, even stretching as far as like June to September 2023, it's such a deeply concluding, shifting, revitalizing energy. The difference is that it's much lighter and it's much more aerodynamic and it's much more efficient, I feel, than some of those concluding energies that we've had over those past few years. So in the context of the sign of Aries, you guys are probably going to be some of the more pioneering, conclusive signs. So like you, maybe more than many of the other signs, will be finishing and like being like, I'm not doing that anymore. That's not worth my time. What can you kind of scan your current life for that evokes that, like, this is beneath me, this is not something I should be putting myself through, this commitment is not fair to me, this is too draining to me. Anything there can easily be amended during this time or changed. More so on the positive and mundane side, you're going to have a huge dose of understanding and truth. The Sun and the Star card both represent personal truth and cutting through lies, cutting through BS, cutting through any type of darkness, and getting lighter. So it's important that however you're moving forward in the month of June, that it's more light and daytime oriented to offset the major nocturnal energy that we've been having for a very long time now. Let's talk about your week to week, Aries. Okay, week 1 of June. I'm just going to take a drink of tea here. Okay, first week of June, the world rooted down by 9 of Wands. You guys are finishing a marathon. You guys are finishing some kind of major test of endurance. And I think that it's time to start kind of placing that energy line of endurance somewhere else. So imagine, for example, proving to yourself that you're very enduring in business for many, many years, and you're getting promotion after promotion, or you're growing your business, or whatever it is. And then at a certain point in time, like maybe the health starts to really lapse, or there's like a major, maybe a feeling of burnout, or even like loss of hair, or loss of like shape of the face, like the moon face. Like that's actually one thing that happens to people when they get burned out. The bodily definition really starts to go away in a sort of like inflation, or like kind of like, it's sort of like being, what's the word? Like when people are bloated. It's kind of like being bloated when people get burned out. If you're feeling anything like that, like a lack of definition, you want to start to move this endurance line maybe out of the business and money sector and into like the health and routine sector. Because as we kind of move 2023 to 2025, it's really not going to matter. You know, these small money margins, like the difference between XYZ amount of money, and then yes, maybe we make a little bit less by focusing more on our health, or giving more time to our family, or giving more time to the things that matter. But like that difference, like sometimes, do we want the amount of money or do we want happiness? You know, like it's a very important time to be transcending, you know, money buys happiness, or, you know, any form of like kneeling to the dollar, anything that's like evocative of that. We really need to see a moving away from here, because basically I can tell you guys, like 23 to 25, there's going to be a major further push of like inflation. And so for some of us, we're going to get into like the years of 26 and 27. And it's just going to be like none of that work ever mattered, because it was all for money, or it was all for some type of industry or some type of status that just kind of like was so oversaturated or overexpanded that it became devoid of meaning. So we want to move more into meaning and place endurance more so into meaningful aspects of our life. And the first week is going to be showing you that. It's going to be showing you really clearly what is too hard now, or what is overbearing. And it's going to conclude that. The second week, with the 7 of Swords rooted down by the Ace of Swords, there's a way easier way to do things now. It's not always about like polarized options. So sometimes we think I either need to, you know, go big or go home. You can actually find a very efficient middle ground here. Rather than having to hold like 7 swords in your arms, you can just have the one. Okay, these two cards have been coming up a lot this month, the 7 of Swords and the Ace of Swords. I feel that some of us are risking our health to try to carry something. That's with the 9 of Wands and the 7 of Swords. And we need to get some things off of our plate, it looks like. And of course, another interpretation of the 7 of Swords is like being taken advantage of, or even theft. Okay, so in the second week, keep things secure, keep things well protected. What's your password strength like? What's your, you know, the security in your house like? It might be good to update those things during that time. Also, the Ace of Swords is symbolizing the new idea coming in. So there's like a brand new idea or a brand new strategy that could also be coming up during the second week. That will be very supported for more efficiency, lightness, and strategic edge moving forward. Week 3, the star rooted down by the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, transcending these poverty mindset paths. So these are like very antithetical energies, right? Like the star kind of representing a very peaceful kind of oasis of safety and auric stability, where like your environment is safe for you and you can be vulnerable and you don't have to cover yourself up. Whereas the 5 of Pentacles is the total opposite. They're both totally covered. The environment is not safe. The only source of warmth is unseen despite being so close. So we have polarity in the third week. And I just think it's going to be clear as mud. I'm kidding. Clear as day. It's going to be very clear how to achieve that oasis energy of the star as opposed to conforming or descending into 5 of Pentacles. And I think that where we really have to work, and I'm meaning to work on a series about auric healing and repairing the aura, but that's going to be where the majority of this is, because honestly, people can walk through the same life experiences and have a perception that is like the star or a perception that's like 5 of Pentacles, just depending on how strong the aura is. So that's going to be a big key for us all moving past June, is we all have to risk something here. None of us, I feel, are like totally guaranteed much of anything other than like our own, I suppose, like spiritual fulfillment that we can find through our own practices. And then also the strength of our own aura or the strength of our own protective mechanisms in our life. Anything that's like man-made protection, like money, insurance, locations, houses, homes, these things are under scrutiny right now. So it's really on us to develop strongly in this situation in this time. Week 4, you guys have the sun rooted down by the death card. Okay, so major arcana, double major arcana coming in the 4th week. I'm thinking that you guys have a major like sort of like coming and going energy here. So as something goes out, another thing comes in, kind of like an eclipse energy there, right? The death card and the sun. So major turnover, major turning point, major expression or expansion of light and clarity. And that's going to come through space. The death card creates space. The death card creates vacancy. The death card creates room where there used to be a lack of space and a lack of time. So some of you just need more time. And by the 4th week of June, I feel that you will have it, or I feel that you will have cultivated it. And then within that space is going to be a very warm truth, or a very warm, clarified energy that gives you a greater understanding of why you are where you are. And it's not going to be so like nagging, or it's not going to be so like, I don't trust who I am, or I don't trust that this is right for me, or I want to be somewhere else. Like that's going to start to fade away. And you're going to be more like, fatalistic is not the right word because it's not quite so extreme, but it's kind of like that, where it's like we trust that this is the way that things needed to happen, even if it doesn't feel perfect. And through that trust, we actually allow ourselves to do what matters. So anyway, I'm going to do an extended for you guys, Aries. That will be linked below and in the center of your screen. I'm going to get more cards. And let's talk more about cultivating this oasis represented by the star, and getting through the passage of like the world and the death card and the changes that represents. So that'll be linked below and in the center of your screen. Have a great month, you all. Bye.